Hey guys, I'm back. Now, I told you I would be making a video on well-loved Thomas characters. That one's still coming, but then something came to mind. See these characters right on screen? Well, today I'll be talking about my, experiences with these characters. I hope you'll still enjoy this video. So let's begin with Henry. Focus you. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Here's Henry. He's one of my favorite characters. Now, when I got into Thomas, it was around 2015. So I grew up with seasons 17 through 21. And I had Signals Crossed. And I watched also some other episodes with Henry on it. And I got to grow up with the worried side of Henry. So when I started watching the classic series, you would be pretty surprised when I found out that Henry's actually like Gordon. I also didn't have this specific Henry. I had the 2014 redesigned version of Henry when I started. One day I just found this sitting on the couch when I got home. Yeah, this one is way better. Like, it has nice detail, it has a nice face, and overall, it's just a good Henry model. Another thing that I did was, back on one of my very first channels, which were all private, which I didn't really realize, I filmed the sad story of Henry, I think twice. Once on the couch in black and white, with barely any scenery, and then one on my playing mat, which was filmed horribly. I don't really have much anymore to say with my experience on Henry, so let's get into the next character. That being Coldy. Damn, I have some things to say about this. This was one of my first engines I got, along with Gordon, Salty, and a bunch of track and destinations. I never really understood Coldy. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know if he was standard gauge or narrow gauge, and if I can do this. He has a back face. Yeah, I never really understood Coldy. I always thought that this was a completely different character. And then the front was Coldy. You can see he was pretty beaten up. I did like playing with Coldy a lot. I would always make him push Annie and Clarabelle. Annie or Clarabelle, sorry. And when I found out who really these engines were, I took a bunch of Take Along Thomases once, and I took some tape, and I made the others. Those look awful. I'm not going to show any pictures because I don't have any of them. Also, this model's just perfect. It has nice detailing, an okay face. And you can see he's really dirty. I need to clean him off again. But yeah, Goldie was just a big mystery to me for the longest time. But hey, at least I know who he is really now. So let's get on to the next character. That being Duck. Okay, let me explain. I knew who Duck was. I knew his character. For the longest time, I did not have a Duck. It wasn't until 2017 or 2018. Or 2019. I could be mistaken. I got this metallic Duck. What are you thinking? This is not a metallic duck. This looks like a custom painted duck. Well, yeah, let me explain. This duck used to be in great condition, but one day, after so many play, he looked like crap. I don't have any photos. I don't think I have a video. So those modern years, Duck in the Tow Rope. If you watch that, that duck is this one now. That duck did not look good. So maybe 1 or 2 years ago, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fix Duck because I do not like how he looks right now. And how common take along is here in the Netherlands? I could never find a damn duck to be found. I would either have to go on eBay, which I'm not gonna do. So yeah, I painted this up, and yeah, it's a wrong shade of green, and at least he looks good again. I did not draw his number 8. I only did his GWR. But hey, there's at least room for in the future for number 8. I will be planning to get a normal duck to replace this one. Maybe I'll make this metallic again one day, but who knows. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to say that about Duck. I knew that he existed because I had seen Henry's Hero multiple times and I'd watched multiple remakes with him in it. So yeah. Moving on to the next character. That being Diesel 10. I have a lot to say about him. I did not grow up with this version. I grew up with the 2014 Take and Play version. I was terrified of him when I watched Magic Railroad. I still remember when the chase scene started. Diesel 10 came around the corner and I jumped backwards. I was terrified of him. Eventually, I did go over it, and now I love him as a character. But damn, I was scared of him. And holy crap, this is way better than the 2014 version. Pinchy can actually go up and down and around. Something like the 2014 one never could, which always frustrated me. Because I used to have a friend that was also into Thomas, and he had this Diesel 10. So yeah, this evil face. I also have the Tommy version of Diesel 10. And that thing is as slow as a snail ever since I got it. For years it didn't work because I left the battery in him because I couldn't get it out of him. But eventually I figured out how to get the battery out of him and I managed to get it to work. But he is still as slow as a damn snail. I don't like that, especially not since I, for years, had to push him whenever I wanted to recreate the chase scene. So yeah, moving on to the next character. That being Percy. Of course he's Percy. I mean, of course he has to be on this list. It's Percy, come on. I did not grow up with this Percy, I grew up with the 2013 version of Percy. All my original models I still have, but I just replaced these. I had multiple of these Percys. Same thing with Take Along Thomas, I had multiple of these. This is not an original Percy that I had. This is a thrift store buy from Percy, like maybe 2 years ago. And I love this model. It really does. It captures Percy so well. I love the detailing. It's way better than the 2014 version, which I also have, which came with the Richard the Scrapyard set. I have one Percy, which is the take-along version. That's the last surviving take-along Percy that I have, and it's completely covered in black Sharpie and missing his face. Don't know how that happened. I know the black Sharpie, that was me, but I don't know how the face got off. I remember I still had the face and I could put it upside down. So yeah, that's my experience with Percy. Moving on to the last character of today, being Rosie. I hated Rosie when I first watched Thomas. I had the 2014 Take and Play version, but I hated him. I mean her. What are you thinking? This is a talking Rosie. Yeah, well, one day on the birthday we had to buy something for a friend that still liked Thomas, and I basically switched. I gave him my old 2014 Rosie, and I got this metallic Rosie, which I still have. But then for years I didn't have a normal Rosie until I found this one last year or this year, I don't remember. So yeah, this became my normal Rosie. This one does not work. You might be thinking, what is wrong with the sides? Well, I wrote NWR on the side of him. Her, bleh, like her red livery, but then I removed it. But I still kept the 37. Yeah, I know, this looks bad. I still have to fix that again. Yeah. Also the face. I don't like that the freckles go on the nose. I never liked that with Rosie. I like the freckles on the side of her face, but not on her nose. Also, I hate her red livery. I'm sorry. I just am more used to the pinkish purple livery. Yeah, that was Rosie. And there you have it. Some of Thomas' characters that I had experiences with. If you want me to make a part 2, then I'll absolutely do it, because I want to share more of it with you guys. So yeah, first video since my break. And don't worry, this will not be the last. I'll see you all next time.